Flamengo calls an extraordinary meeting to discuss the Libra issue. Look at Flamengo taking internal actions without making much of a statement, without responding to Leila, Pereira and company. We've already brought up the issue of values here. Everything is being exposed. Everything is being clarified. Flamengo is right. We're also bringing up Saul here, my friends. Saul is out of the game against Bahia. The player, man, he wasn't even listed. We're going to talk about this problem here. We're going to talk to you now and bring you all this information. And we're also coming here with a lot of other information. In fact, I'm going to react here to content from a Palmeiras fan channel that's criticizing Leila Pereira, saying that she's in love with Flamengo. A Palmeiras fan page, a Palmeiras supporter, criticizing Leila Pereira for what's happening. We're going to react to it together here. I'm going to bring you now the Flamengo squad list and explain this situation with Saúl, why Saúl wasn't included. Alan, Ayrton Lucas, Bruno Henrique, Carrascal, Cleiton, Danilo, de Arrascaeta, de la Cruz, Diogo Alves, Emerson Royal, Everton Cebolinha, Everton Araújo, Guilhermo Varela, Jorginho, Juninho, Luiz Araújo, Léo Ortiz, Matheus Cunha, Pedro, Gonzalo Plata, Rossi, Samuel Lino, Vinha, Wallace Young. So Saúl is out of Coach Felipe Luis's list. Flamengo explained here. With pain in his left ankle, midfielder Saúl Ñíguez is out of Sunday's match, so with pain in his left ankle. Okay, guys? Against Bahia, right? It's Flamengo's 25th Brasileirão game in the 26th round. He has already started treatment with Flamengo's medical department. Flamengo must win. Flamengo must win this game to maintain the lead. And we know that Palmeiras faces São Paulo. It's possible that Palmeiras might not get the win against São Paulo either. Just as they couldn't do it against Bahia, they might also fail against São Paulo. We're rooting for that, and tomorrow, many will hope Palmeiras loses too. Look, Arrascaeta. Honey, you can drive the car now, okay?
All right.
It's no problem, really. I'm already buckled in. Arrascaeta, yeah, he just got Player of the Month, right? He was awarded it. Congrats to Arrascaeta. This Saturday morning, he received the award. Congratulations to Arrascaeta. And there's also Guilhermo Varela. 2 Uruguayans were awarded, right? So Arrascaeta and Guilhermo Varela received trophies for the month of September. The midfielder was named Player of the Month, while the right back won the award for the most beautiful goal, scored in Flamengo's victory over Estudiantes in the Libertadores quarterfinals, okay? His goal against Estudiantes was also named Goal of the Month. Look, congratulations to Guilhermo Varela and Georgian de Arrascaeta. So guys, we were sharing some info. I had to pause again because I'm emotional about my son. But let's continue. Now let's talk about Flamengo's attacking duo who haven't played for 5 months. Michael and Juninho, 5 months without playing. Guys, look, really high salaries and these guys don't play. In fact, as you saw, they show up. Juninho, at least, shows up at Flamengo's training. Right, while we were talking about the squad list, we were showing images from Mengo's training. And this time we have Juninho on the squad list. But again, Michael is not on the squad list. And Flamengo doesn't even explain anymore why Michael isn't included. Michael isn't even on the squad list for the game against Bahia. My friends, this is insane. Such an expensive, highly paid player. Okay, and the first signing, that striker, isn't really much of a striker, right? From Baptista's management, he was also pointed out back then as Gabigol's replacement, right? He was named as Gabigol's replacement, and this Friday marks 2 months without playing, okay? Okay? Without playing. 2 months without playing, and he's already gone 12 matches without being included, despite the 31 million investment. Look, 12 matches without being included, 2 months without playing. Felipe Luis says it's a technical choice, as Pedro, Bruno Henrique, Plata, and Wallace Jan rank higher. As for Michael, he hasn't played since June 24th against Los Angeles Football Club, making it 3 months and 7 days without playing. So together, the two add up to 5 months, okay? Ruled out of some matches due to ankle pain, the forward trained normally this week but was left out of the squad list and still has no place. Both received offers from abroad last transfer window, but talks stalled. It's surreal. Michael earns a high salary and was signed for a large sum because fans were fond of him. But he can't play. He doesn't have a place at Flamengo anymore. Michael. We sometimes forget we have Michael. What's happening? What happened to Michael? That he's not even being used, guys. We don't even count on him anymore. Didn't you notice? We don't even count on Michael anymore. Flamengo will have to negotiate Juninho, Michael, even Cebolinha, because it's crazy, guys. I'm impressed. We forget that we have Michael. Notice that. We forget about Michael. That's crazy, well. Look, just bringing this up now before we show you what the Palmeiras profile, a Palmeiras YouTuber, right? Opina Porco, him tearing apart what he said about Leila, right? I'm going to bring up an important situation from the Roxos Por Futebol profile. I'll be talking about it with you guys. Actually, it was a post they made together with Mauro. And it's important for us to bring up Flamengo's attendance numbers here. Check out the data collected by the Roxos Per Futebol profile. FanPulse BR shows the attendance for all the matches of the 26th round. Flamengo tops the list, breaking its own record at the New Maracanã. Santos, Botafogo, and Mirassol each had under 10,000 attendees. Fortaleza is second in attendance, Palmeiras third with 34,000, far below Flamengo. Yet Aunt Leila wants to discuss audience ratings. We have Roxos por Futebol here, bringing important information. We should discuss Flamengo's attendance. And actually, we have a friend, Alexandre Matos, who writes on Twitter, not the manager, right? It's CRF Matos. He posted the following here. Look, according to Globo Esporte, Flamengo's average ticket price for 2025 is 71.66. If the information is accurate, Flamengo has already made over 107 million in ticket sales in 2025. 6 home games remain before the season ends. In other words, it could be an absolute record, right? Flamengo could still have more games this season too. There's the Libertadores, yeah. Flamengo could have packed crowds, you know, full house in the Brasileirão in the final stretch. Yeah, Flamengo reaches 1.5 million, a million tickets sold in 2025. Okay, so the red-black fans are the first to achieve such a feat in Brazil. In Brazilian football this year, a milestone reached by the Rio de Janeiro team after the match against Cruzeiro, which took place last Thursday. Okay, so Flamengo there, achieving very high average ticket prices. In fact, right now, Flamengo's average ticket price is the highest. All right, 2023 Flamengo, let me get it for you. Yeah, in 2023 it was the highest. Yeah, in 2023 it was the highest. In 2024, it dropped to 61. In 2003, it was 60 reais. Now it's 71. The average ticket price increased by 10 reais. It was 44, 41 before, then 52 in 2019, also during many decisive Flamengo matches. Yeah, 2018, 28 reais, 2017, 40, 2016, 52. Flamengo also made the finals. 2015, 40, 2014, 36, 2013, 46. But you can see that the ticket price went up by about 20-something reais, right? Nearly 30, yeah. Since 2013 until now. Flamengo now competes for more titles and enters more major competitions. So Flamengo's average ticket price didn't even go up that much, okay? That's the reality. It didn't go up that much. I'm going to talk about Opina Porco now, right? A Palmeiras YouTuber. Look, this one here. Opina Porco, he talked about Leila Pereira, and he said that she's in love with Flamengo. Look at that, in love with Flamengo. So Opina Porco Neto is talking about Leila. Shall we follow along here?
Once again, you guys...
Look.
Really different.
I'll get the excerpt here.
More controversies. To draw attention. And I don't agree with that. And I'll explain to you why I don't agree. Because I believe we often end up using the institution as a tool for social self-promotion. I've said this here before. I've already said it. If you check it out, look. The lunchtime video. I said it in that video. That like Leila doesn't have to file a lawsuit against Flamengo. Flamengo. Requested a freeze in court, the court accepted. It starts there. It was a court decision. The court accepted it. And then Libra intends to file a request to lift the freeze. So let Libra take care of that. There's no point in us having
Perfect, Neto.
this institutional wear and tear because it caused a huge strain this week. If you also try to sue the club at the same time, it could bring a burden, even a financial one, to the Palmeiras team. Today, her interview appeared on Globo Esporte, where she refers to the Flamengo fans. Yeah, Flamengo land, right? Making a comparison, an analogy, the people who believe the earth is flat, the flat earthers. So, kind of with this comparison she makes, she says that Flamengo fans believe everything centers around Flamengo. But that's not really how things are. This reaction is a strong one. It's a reaction. That makes the Palmeiras fans and the rival fans of Flamengo all fired up. And that's her intention. That's exactly it. But it's a statement. Completely incompatible with the position she holds today. What is the role of president at Sociedade Esportiva Palmeiras?
Thanks, Palmeiras fan, for speaking the truth about Leila.
Which she holds today.
She wants attention. It was clear.
It's a very high position for you to be making provocations. You know, like he was just a fan there.
Like Eurico Miranda.
And don't come saying, oh, Nito, you're making excuses for them. You're trying to defend those guys.
No.
No, don't come with that. Because when Paulo Nobre, he was president of Palmeiras, and Paulo Nobre was a guy who was born in the heart of Palmeiras organized fan groups. He's a true Palmeiras guy. Not even when he was president. We had statements.
Of war?
And Leila. Man, Leila, she has an obsession with Flamengo. Which I don't know is kind of unusual. You know, when you're a kid, you're a teenager, and sometimes you like someone and you start teasing that person. But you tease her, you know, kid stuff, preteen stuff, you tease her exactly because you like her? Because you like her? I think that's what it is, man. Damn. It's an absurd fixation. Absurd. My opinion may be unpopular with Palmeiras fans, but I think it goes far beyond what it means to be president of a...
He's very smart, okay, guys? This guy's really awesome.
You make provocations of that kind, right? The feeling you get is that she takes it personally. But actually, there's also the need for self-affirmation, self-promotion, and political and social advancement within soccer. Because anyone who isn't a Flamengo fan is loving it. These criticisms that Leila is giving to Flamengo, just like she did in the past too. Remember that thing about Real Madrid? Oh, Real Madrid is still waiting for them to this day. This and that. There have been many, many times. And you don't see the Flamengo directors
Doing that.
responding with provocations to Palmeiras.
Exactly.
Man, they're having a conversation at this level here. When Leila brings down the conversation,
Man.
so they can start to...
Palmeiras profile. Independiente. YouTuber who has high engagement like Beto from Opina Porco. Saying that Leila is in love with Flamengo, that she is obsessed with Flamengo, and that she is speaking at a low level and that Flamengo's directors are keeping a high standard by not responding. Look at the level it has reached, Leila Pereira. Your influencers, those who talk about Palmeiras, are saying that you are acting at a low level, while Flamengo, by not responding and ignoring you, is taking the high ground. And I remember that my wife always told me this. There are certain things you just don't respond to. You don't respond.
Palmeiras and others need to lower their level too. I feel that neither Landim nor Batista will do that.
They're not going to lower the level.
They believe it's best for their club.
And look, he put it on the cover. I showed you. Passionate about Flamengo. Okay? And in the previous video, he put it here. Look, the pound is going to fall back. The pound will retreat to Flamengo, leaving Leila exposed. Crefisa, owner of Vasco. In other words, he criticizes, right, the situation. We even had a presenter, a commentator from Entertainment and Sports Programming Network saying that what Crefisa is doing at Vasco isn't a good move because it sets a strange precedent. I actually didn't expect to see this in the mainstream media, and I saw people on Entertainment and Sports Programming Network criticizing it. Now everyone is criticizing it too, since it's not good for the competition when one club faces another. Then your main sponsor, who's also your president and the owner's wife, goes there and pays 80 million. He lends 80 million to the team you're going to face. It's really strange, right, guys? It's at least questionable. So we're seeing everyone criticize this. And even, right? YouTuber from Palmeiras. Check out this headline. Leila exposes Palmeiras for no reason. And he shows that Libra won't give up Flamengo's audience, and he thinks Leila is going to get screwed. Deep down, they won't want to lose Flamengo's audience. Because, yeah, man, it's been proven Flamengo has a much bigger audience. It's more worthwhile to negotiate with Flamengo than to lose the whole amount, because Flamengo is the cash cow. If Flamengo negotiates alone, it'll make 500 million. Instead of Libra gaining, it loses those extra 200 that Flamengo gets. Flamengo should receive 300, as in the previous contract. It was going to lose 107 now in this new contract. But Libra, the clubs in Libra, they all win. So if Flamengo leaves, it alone makes Instead of making 300, it will make 500, and the clubs in Libra will share a 200 loss. And Leila, when things get tough and they see that they could win in court and have the injunction lifted, that's not an issue. I'm gonna make a prediction here. If Flamengo loses in court when it gets close to 2029 and the contract is about to end, listen to what I'm saying. Neto gives his opinion, Porco. Leila might succeed for now. Palmeiras could win, which is normal. They'll joke and show off. Hear me out. Flamengo's financial power. Listen. In 2029, when the Libra contract ends, Flamengo will end Libra, Flamengo will leave, then nothing will remain, and smaller clubs will notice it. Damn, we supported Leila on that one. We got screwed, but then it'll be too late, right?